Afternoon, people. This is Sam, South Carolina Happy Bees. This is hive number 445 that had all the queen cells. And I've been trying to take a video once a day of these things. Some are working, some are not. Yesterday's didn't. Yesterday to me was an important one too. They're all important. But I've got another one that I'm uploading right now. I had to cut some places out of it to where it was just taking too long. And one yesterday I was going to have to cut too. It took a long time to find that little queen. We made a couple of splits, took some of the queen cells out that wasn't cut out. One of those have hatched underneath the pine tree. Showed y'all a little bit about my my feeders. This is the kind of feeders I like using now because I can, well, as long as I'm drinking booze. No, I'm not an alcoholic, y'all. I drink one shot at night before I go to bed. This is one of the little ones that I cut. I cut it out the bottom of a Pepsi-Cola bottle. It's a 2-liter bottle. And I just cut it off. And I've got my wax melter back there melting wax. And then when the wax gets melted, I go back and I cover these completely with beeswax, and that way the little bees can climb up it better, climb down it better, and everything else. But they got little fingers and little legs and little hands. The wax helps them out go up and down when they got their load. This is my feeder. I do the same thing with it. That's a bottle. That's a 2-quart bottle, and I just cut 1/3 of it off, and it holds about 1.5 quarts. These are my little supplement patches that we're going to use, and this is our bee flotation that we're going to use. I figured I'd get it all up here to start. To start with, I forgot one thing. Hold on. Okay, we got everything now. Okay, to start with, I'm not a professional. I am not a bee professional. Oh, but that's about it. But that's beside the point. I'm showing y'all what I do here in South Carolina. I live in central South Carolina, 29061, right outside of Columbia, between Columbia and Sumter, near Shaw Air Force Base. Well, about 30 miles from Shaw Air Force Base, about 10 miles from the VA hospital in Columbia. So what I'm showing y'all is what I do. And one guy, he wrote, I'm glad he did. It was a good comment. It was saying that my thoughts, the way I took it is my thoughts are not like other people's thoughts, and he's right. My thoughts are what I'm doing. I go through the school of hard knocks. When I started, there was no videos and all this stuff. There may have been one or two, but you didn't know who to trust, who to listen to. So I learned most of this on my own, which is hard knocks and my expense. But this is what we do in South Carolina, in the middle of South Carolina. Or this is what I do. I got some of my students that don't even do it this way. But watch their videos. Okay, we're going to take the top off here. You can set it there. We're going to take their little feeder ring off. I can't find my beehive. I mean my bee. Anyway, we're going to pull it off. There we go. We went into it yesterday, so they didn't have it stuck too good. And we're going to go into it today and see how that little queen is doing. And see if anything else important has happened. Then we'll go over there and look at that other little beehive. And I'm trying to put all the videos that came out with this 441 and 445, because all these came from 445, which was a blue queen. We wanted more genetics from her. And I'm trying to put them all on the the playlist, a list of what's on here. Trying to put them all together. When you do this, you may have to look at the different dates on the videos because they may not go on exactly the way I meant for them to be. But like I say before, I'm not a technical person. I am, I guess, common sense. I put water in my beehives when we have a honey flow, when it's real hot. Once we get a honey flow, I put water in there, and I leave the water in there pretty much until in the fall, when the temperatures get down below the 60s, and then I take the water out because they don't need the moisture in the hive. Right now they need the moisture to cure the honey, cure the wax, to make bees, and all that good stuff. And that's why I put water in there. I take the sugar water out once we get a honey flow, and I'll put the honey or the sugar water back in when we have a drought, and then I'll keep changing that way. I don't think they cap the sugar water because it's not honey, but they use it for everything else. They cool the bees, little baby bees. They can't get out and get water, so the bees that goes out and gets some water, and the bees that goes out and gets the water to keep the hive cool, they have other things they can do then. They don't have to go so far to get water. But we're going to do this one now. This one here has some nectar on it, has some pollen, it has a little bit of honey. It has a bee telling another bee it's not supposed to be there. That one is right here. She's not doing a beetle dance, a dance, a bee dance. She's telling that girl she don't need to be in that hive. And they'll get rid of her. This one has some little bees hanging here, and I like to just kind of brush them off, because if you don't, they could fall off into the grass, and they may be baby bees, and they can't fly back to the house. People say, oh, they'll walk back. Too far for a bee to walk. They got little legs. This one here has some nectar. It has a little queen cup up here that don't mean nothing. It's got some pollen. We're looking for a queen too. This one has the same thing on it. The little queen cup is right here, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just there. Nothing in it. Now they can finish tearing it down. Now we took the frame that had all the queen cells in it out of this one and put it in another hive. And like I say, it had a queen and she hatched, because I checked her this morning. But we took the frame out. That's why there's no marks on any of these. So the queen could be anywhere. Let's check this one again. I'm running my mouth instead of looking. Okay, no queen on that one. This is one they're building out, and it is ready for a queen because it's got some, that's what they've got as far as cells. And she should have her eggs in here. A little queen cup right here that we don't need. And the queen should go out and come back and start laying eggs in about 2 weeks. She'll lay eggs before that. She can walk around the hive for about a week, and she'll come back, she'll go out and mate. If she comes back, she'll start laying eggs in about a week. And I come back the next week to check to make sure that she's still in there, she's still laying, and she's got larvae. They're not a hive until about a week after that. I don't consider them a hive. You got to make sure that my queens are living, they're laying, and they're doing good. Haven't seen any bugs yet. The bottom is clean. This one, it has a little bit of nectar on it. I don't see a queen, but now she could still be in there and hiding. She's little. She wasn't a little thing. She was just smaller than a queen. She's about a little bit bigger than the regular bees. And it would be nice to see her, but we're not going to worry about it if we don't. So she was there yesterday. And they seem to be getting along good with her. This one here has some nectar and some honey. And if you can, hold your frames above your hives, because if you don't, you could have a queen on there that the babies could fall off or something, and they'd have a situation of getting back to the hive. A young queen like this now, she'd have a problem because she don't fly in most cases. Okay. We haven't seen her yet, but that don't mean anything. We'll come back in 2 days and check and see if she's still there. We'll check longer and harder. Maybe it'll be a little bit cooler. This one here has some honey and some nectar and some pollen on it. And the queen could be anywhere. She could be in the bottom, she could be on the sides. So we're not going to worry about them. We're going to put them all back in here. And we're just going to leave them like that because it doesn't make any difference. Then we're going to take our peppermint candy, which I had to go to VA yesterday. My legs just, y'all been watching videos, you know my legs and stuff has been messing me up. My ankle. So I went to the VA yesterday. And they checked me out and they x-rayed it and all that good stuff. And they said it wasn't broke. They didn't see anything wrong with it. But now there's a nerve in my buttocks on the right hand side. I don't know what it's all called medical. But anyway, there's a nerve over there, the Satyriaci or something else. But it starts with C, I think. They said could be inflamed, messed up, and that could be causing the pains down my leg and into my ankle. So they wrapped it up with an ace bandage and gave me some stuff to rub on it, and they gave me a shot. Starts with an S. I don't know what the name of it is either. And it starts with an S too. Steroid maybe? I don't know. But anyway, they gave it to me and I feel much better today. I wrapped my leg back up, put my boot back on. Put this cream, they gave me some real good stuff to rub on it for pain. I'd rub that up. They gave me some stuff before, but that stuff burned you up. That was back in the earlier life. And I still use it, but it gets real hot. This stuff they got now, it doesn't get hot. And it eases the pain pretty good. And they gave me some pills. You're not VAR. I love my VA. People out there can say bad things about it, and that's okay. And I understand. This is my water dish. We're going to put it over here. So when the babies get thirsty, they ain't got to holler for somebody to give them, bring them water. They can just walk up there and get it. Otherwise, they got to go out the hive. This is my feeder that we're going to sit right down here. Move those. There you go. Okay, we're going to put the rings back down. We'll put, this is water. And we put it in the water dish. We don't have to fill it up. Another thing about the water, I water my bees. There's all kind of water places out here in the yard. The thing with those is they get mosquitoes in it, and I dump them out and I put it back, fill it back. This is water that is at their temperature. It's not at 114 degrees. It's their temperature, and they can do it like they want to do it, and they can just go up there and get water. We put pine straw in it to keep them from drowning. This is our 1-to-1 sugar mix. We're going to put them about a quart and a half in there. That way they can go back and build up some of them frames and wait for Mama. I usually like to take a little stick and push up the neck, because I found some with some drowned bees up in the neck. We put pine straw in there so they can get in there and get it without getting drowned. We're talking about we're supposed to be getting some rain tomorrow and later in the week, which would be nice. Pollen patty. I do not make pollen patty. I tried to make pollen patty once and it didn't work. I didn't like it. The bees didn't like it. And it cost me as much as buying my pollen. So I buy this pollen from Man Lake. 40-pound bags. Not really a bag, it's in a plastic thing wrapped up in a box. So they got a 40-pound thing of wax mixed up in or held together with a 10-pound box. And I take it out and I put it in a 55-gallon drum. That is this video of these hives. This is 445. It is June the 22nd. Yeah, June the 22nd. And we'll be getting this one out. It may come out before the other one because I had to do some cutting on it and it's still processing. So you watch the other ones too at 445. Go to the playlist and check them out. And like I said, we're going to try to take it all the way back to when we first cut all these out of the 441 hive. And we moved the queen, the blue queen, to somewhere else, and she's doing fine. When you move a queen, it takes about usually a week, 2 weeks before you can start seeing eggs in there again, because the queen she's in a different place. She's in a different house. She's got, her bees are different. Well, the bees aren't different, the same bees, but everything is different in there. And she's a little shook up. So she starts laying eggs in about a week. And then then she starts laying, then she's happy where she's at. But anyway, this is Sam, South Carolina Happy Bees. If y'all got any questions or comments or anything, please give them to me. Good, bad. Just don't say no bad words on it. I don't like them, because if you start cussing, I don't watch anymore or read anymore, and I'll close you off of my videos or off of my comment page. We don't get very many of them, but they do get closed out. But y'all have a wonderful day. Give us a comment, thumbs up. Share this one if you like it. If you don't like it, still share it. Thumbs up whether you like it or not. And y'all should have some kind of comment on this. Good, bad. or whatever. But the bees are doing great. Y'all have a marvelous day. I'm gonna quit talking now and go do another one. Bye.